Well, when you look at GMC, it's got a long heritage of trucks. And so when you're doing the product like the Terrain, you want to make sure it gets that athletic, chiseled stance, a definite presence on the road, and it really appeals to an awful lot of the customers.
Terrain styling is very architectural. The front end graphics, they're very bold. They're laid out on almost like a grid. The fender forms over the wheels, they're very square, they're very strong, they're very architectural. The corners on the Terrain are all anchored down by these lamps that have great jewel-like detail on them. The clean body side of the Terrain is interrupted by these modular fender forms, which give the Terrain a very bold stance and presence.
When you're talking to anybody about their vehicles, they seem to always come back to wheels and tires. What size wheels, what size rims. And we were conscious about that when we looked at the Terrain. Base wheel on the Terrain is a 17-inch alloy. From there, with the 6-cylinder, we'll go to an 18-inch alloy machined. And with the 6-cylinder, we'll even let you upgrade to a 19-inch tire, which is really impressive for the size of the vehicle we have.
On the interior of the Terrain, our desire was to have a very premium, comfortable, quiet experience.
You look at the materials we used, and not just the way they look, but the feel, the way you interact with the driver, that entire driving experience. It just makes you feel like, wow, this thing's got a little bit more to it.
We also spent a lot of time working on the quietness of the vehicle, so there are triple door seals and acoustic windshields and side window glass so that you have a very quiet experience inside the vehicle, which tells you that it's a high quality vehicle, it tells you that it's a very premium vehicle. And then there's a lot of attention to detail on the quality of the instrument panel or the dashboard surfacing. There's stitching all throughout the vehicle. The seats are bolstered extra for comfort and for firmness. So we really did spend a lot of time on the interior of the Terrain so that we could provide this premium experience that you would expect from a GMC.
Again, it's all about attention to detail. We spend a lot of time looking over every line and making sure everything makes sense.